anchor. Takes 2 up now. That's the fourth 8-6 or 23-21. Again, very thin margin. He goes for the 8-6. Mochi ace deuce, not a particularly attractive roll.
Make sure to smash the like button.
Of course, Star's standing here looking over my shoulder, and she says, make sure you tell them to hit that like button. So, of course, do that. Make Marc Olsen and the Galaxy operation happy. And, again, we'd like to extend our thanks to Backgammon Galaxy for providing this streaming platform, and their 32,000 viewers, or last I looked. So that certainly provides a tremendous amount of exposure for this tournament and for the game of backgammon. And thank you to the Backgammon Galaxy team for that. Has all of the look of an extended game, and probably some dramatic role at some point will swing the tide here. Even as Mochi is somewhat advanced in position, 48 pips up, he only has a 63% winning chance at this thing. 4-2. He's just going to go ahead and make the 4-point. Got to have it sooner or later. Unstacks the spares. And he doesn't really have too much he can do with that 3-4 anchor at the moment. But the converse of that is Mochi has to play as well, and he has some awkward structure to try to negotiate. The checker on the 10 is frozen and can't be covered. So there's going to be something for Bakar to shoot at here. Again, as Mochi contemplates this, again, Akiko and Kat Bakur are over on Stream 2 on Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel. And just a very, very strong field here in Dubai. I've seen a huge number of tremendous players. A lot of British, a lot of Iranian. Several strong American players, including John O'Hagan, Petko Kostadinov, Stefan Nunez, Ethan Rice. Okay, Mochi dances with the double 4. Set of threes, nice shake. He's probably hits 2. Now, where does he go with that? Maybe come around the corner to the 12. So now, as I said, might be a dramatic roll or 2, which would really swing the tide here. And we had a Mochi dance and a Bakar joker, more or less. Bakar contemplating what he might do here. XG rates it as no double. He still has 3 checkers back and only a 3-point board. got the double in this time, having slotted the bar. Pretty large drop from XG's analysis, but Mochi's undeterred. Still has a lot of play in this game. But even the best on occasion will make a significant error. Card. Okay, he's with 3 up. He's just going to flood the field with blots and try to make something happen as quickly as possible. Now he's going for the 3 and the bar. Hits that one and makes the bar. Tutor, those are the number of lives a player has left. And if you look at the names of the players on the screen, as an example, Bakar Matikashvili from Georgia. This is the first round, so he has a 0-0 record, and he has 3 lives remaining. Same for Mochi in that regard.
Backgammon blitz on climb. 3 strategies in the same time. Climb, blitz, backgammon.
Okay, Mochi, and there's some good-natured chatter between them. Mochi dances again. Dances yet again, but Bakar's having trouble bringing the troops home here. Go to 12, step up. There you go. Now he's got 2 builders working on that 8 point. Okay, Mochi's in, but not yet anchored, so Bakar favorite to make the 8 now. Favorites don't always work. Okay, so he's got the 5 prime. Mochi finally has the anchor. Probably choose the forward aspect here, making the 22. It doesn't want the opportunity for Bakar to make a 6 prime on top of him in some fashion, so he'll take the forward anchor. Now Bakar, not the best of rolls for him. And contemplating coming out, but interesting. XG wants to run with the rear and leave the 3 blots in the outfield. That's maybe a bit of a larger play than most of us would be comfortable with, but certainly with the structures as they are, you can see the merit once it's pointed out to you. Or it's actually from the 21, not the 22. So, okay, even makes more sense there perhaps. Okay, he's just going to keep the anchor, leave the shot. Gets hit, but Mochi doesn't have much else he can do. I guess he'll come to the 10. Get hit twice.
I'm gonna blitz and back in.
Sees it there. They're having a good time playing. These guys obviously know each other quite well and enjoying a bit of chatter over the match, which makes the match that much more enjoyable. And of course, this is the first round of a Swiss. Somebody's going to have a loss, but there's a tremendous amount of backgammon yet to play. Okay, the 4s. 1, Now, does he hit another checker, or does he take the 17-point? Going to hit it. Now he may come out anyway, and he does. Nice play. Appreciate everybody viewing here. We're up to 142 viewers early, which, 2 p.m. here in Dubai, so it's still quite early in the States and in the morning in most of Europe. So we appreciate everyone who's joined us early on here. Mochi hits and shifts, putting 2 in the air. Whoop. Maybe I want. But again, as we can see, he's approaching having used half of his 18-minute bank allotment here, and we're in the second game. But 2 cube in play. Both gentlemen in fairly vulnerable, volatile positions. Mochi with 4 checkers behind a 5 prime. Bakar with 2 in the air at the moment. But will be interesting. And we can see the 2 primary plays as evaluated by XG are very little difference, and Mochi's trying to squeeze every bit of equity out of each play. And again, this is a pretty, again, volatile, vulnerable position for each. He's invested considerable time in this decision. Keeps trending back to this play. Carl James has entered the room. It's only 5 a.m. in Houston, Texas.
How's everything going? Okay?
Yeah. Mochi's using all his time. But he's 2 minutes into this position. He just can't. Okay, he goes with the one he looked at the most, I guess. Now, Bakar comes in. Now, Mochi, wow, that. See how he chooses to play this. XG wants to take 2 the 4-point, which is probably his best option. Leaves one blot in his outfield, indirectly away. Set of 3s, that not exactly what Bakar had in mind. Kind of takes Mochi out of the bullseye in this game. Okay, that's probably right. Well, they wanted him to shift to the 2. I liked his play to maintain that 5 prime. Now he needs a 5 or a 6 to get these rear checkers moving. There's one of them. Okay, Mochi dancing. Picard like to get another out. Doesn't. He can step up to the 23 though. Gets it. Well, he's going to go this route. Huh? Okay. Makes sense. Deuces. That's good news, bad news for Mochi. He brings them both in, but he doesn't have any timing at all. Like well, he was hoping that Bakar might dance and Mochi might could jump a checker out, but now he's got another checker in. He's coming out with one anyway. Six-two hits. It's the anchor that only leaves him the hit. Nice shake by Bakar. Two. Okay. Mochi dances again. Bakar needs fives and sixes to get out. Aces to prepare them all to get out. So nice shake. Mochi'd like an ace. Doesn't get it, so this is going to start hurting on the next roll unless he gets a six. Now this is interesting. I think I come out with two. If Mochi doesn't roll a six, he's crunching on this roll. 3-1, no die on checkers, no legal moves. 6-2, he gets out. It is Bill with a bit of a sore throat, Jacques, so bear with me, please. Certainly, Phil is here also, so we'll be trading out somewhat between streams 1 and 2. I'll try to last a week with a little raspy voice. Well, this is Mochi contemplating offering up another couple of checkers, but with 5 behind that 5 prime, he's in fairly dire straits already. Car gets one in. 6-4 can get out and hit. Now he'd like to remake that 22. Belly? Wow, this has got the potential to go to the South Pole for Mochi pretty quickly. Got to take that, but he's, without a multitude of sixes here, Mochi's really in a bad way. He's holding a 2 cube. He's used up 2/3 of his time, and we're in the second game, and he's in dire straits. Glancing over at the other stream on stream 2, Kat Bakur has jumped out on Akiko 6-0 in their match. Phil Simborg doing the commentary on the Ace Point Backgammon channel. Really, it's wow. What's Mochi has few options here, but he's just really trying to determine where he might can take this game from this perilous position he's in. Bakar is quite would be quite content. He'd like to get the anchor, but he's not discontented to dance, because if Mochi doesn't roll a 6, this gets even uglier. 2-1 is best, other than perhaps a 6. But next roll, Mochi had better roll a 6. And Bakar's just rolling 6s like they're acorns falling off a tree. I'm sorry? Okay. Okay. This one in now. Mochi, oh. It gets only worse. Bakar picks up another. Oh. Wow. Mochi's going to be hard pressed to get out of this without a gammon, without getting gammon. Perhaps helps. He's going to leave the guy back on the 24 just in case Mochi. Well, that's not a bad shot. Gets 2. Gives a pulse anyway. Nice return. Gets the anchor and enters the other. The 4 now. What's the which 6? Yeah, needs to get out. Mochi just safety the 1, I guess, yes. Reduces the number of potential checkers he'll be trying to salvage and save a gammon. Two gets hit again. In danger of crunching yet again if he enters. Ace deuce will work. The problem is, again, here, Mochi's in extremely dire straits and has about, what was it, 8 minutes invested in this game in a losing cause. So he's Got to come out. Okay, gonna precipitate it. What else did he have? Really? Dance.
That's not what he wanted.
Okay, Bakar's in. Okay, now Bakar, he'd even slot that 3-point. He wants the 3-point. He gets it without slotting it. So Mochi is in dire straits of getting gammoned here. Up to 196 viewers early today. Be sure and hit that like button. Put a smile on Marc Olsen's face. Smash that like button, as he likes to say. Yeah, there's a Mochi ad. The car's trying to wipe that smile off that face. Again, I've played Bakar a number of times online and am familiar with his game, and certainly I think he's a Grandmaster, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't look that up, but a very highly regarded player.
Round 2 with both masters and intermediates will start at 3:30 p.m. Round 2 starts at 3:30.
Okay, Art is just announcing behind me for y'all's benefit, if you didn't hear it. The second round will start at 3:30, which is in a little over an hour. A little over an hour. So they'll try to catch up a little bit.
Does everybody know what the top left corner are photographers in Mochi's player cam? That's a photographer. I'll put money on it.
Oh,
Kind reminder that scores don't mean anything for us. It's all about win and lose, so you don't need to report the scores.
okay, so Mochi gets in. So that,
Just the
with
winners
Bakar
are
with only one off,
in the-
Mochi has a pretty reasonable chance. Only 18.8% gammons now, so it cost him probably only 2 points, but perhaps 9 or 10 minutes off his clock. So it kind of puts him in a hole. Now, does he just run and?
Crawford.
Oh yeah.
That's stream 2.
Looking over on stream 2, Kat Bakur's up on Akiko 8-0. Crawford game over there, so Kat really got out of the gate. Okay, thank you, Jacques. Bakar's rated a M2, a master, 4.8 BMAB rating. Okay, so Mochi gets out for 2 points in 10 minutes here. Really like this board and the contrasts of the board frame, the playing surface, the pips, and the checkers. So it makes for quite a nice viewing board, in my opinion. Tar says it's extremely heavy too, so it stays in place. Okay, so that's that.
Say that we have a number of sponsors. We can't thank Galaxy enough.
I've been there. There are a number of tournament sponsors that Mind Skills, Patrick Jabelli has. Escape is the primary sponsor, I guess. Then there are Hard Rock Cafe. I forget the name of a couple of others. They rotate in some of the graphics here, but certainly it's quite
Reminder,
beneficial.
second round of Masters and Intermediate will start at 3:30. 3:30 is the starting time.
No, that's right, Jock. We were laughing about that even with Patrick last night, that we got away from Sisvo. We had a lot of fun with that last year. And obviously he made it. He had 2 streaming boards made where the Escape logo were both right side up. On all the other boards, one faces one direction and one faces the other. Okay. We have covered that ground also. 0-0 up by the names are the record. This being round 1, they have no record, and this being round 1, they each have 3 lives remaining. 181 players started in the Masters division here. So we're probably looking at 12, 13, maybe 14 rounds over the next 5 days. Yeah, the final is Saturday. The final, similar to the prior years, but not exactly alike prior years, will be at the top of the SLS Hotel, which is an 80-story hotel here in downtown Dubai. Previous 2 years, we were at the top of the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. But the SLS Hotel is not far behind it and just a few blocks from it. So we're anticipating some beautiful views and another great setting for the championship final and the intermediate final on Saturday. Okay, now this, there's a double pass. Mochi's going to have to exercise some significant discipline as he falls further and further behind. And he's balancing, the position, the discipline necessary, and an ever-running clock. He's going to be down around, 20% of his bank by the time he makes a decision on this cube, apparently. And as we can see there on the XG feed, Bakar's 72% wins with 35% gammon chances here, so there's this fairly substantial gammon potential, and certainly Mochi recognizes that. He's searching for a way to perhaps take this, but I can't imagine he's going to find it. And if he searches too much longer, he's putting himself in a more and more difficult time position for the remainder of the match. Hate to keep stressing that, but again, for those of us who watch Mochi, and many of us have the opportunity to do so quite frequently, this is quite customary for him. And where many of us would be concerned about that time aspect, it doesn't seem to bother him in the least. Yeah, it's you know, from the XG analysis, we can see it's not particularly a close decision at all, but Mochi started contemplating this with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds and burned a minute and 45, so now he's down to 2:42. I think even the way he, at the end, kind of resolutely hit the clock, you could tell he knew all along it was probably a pass. He was just searching for some avenue that might merit him taking it. Okay, so now Mochi gets a nice opening 6-1. He's probably glad to be in an advantageous position on a first roll for an occasion. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that, Jacques. You have to think his PR will go up as he has less and less time to fully evaluate positions presented him. Okay, nice set of threes. Now Mochi, oh, nice roll by Bakar, making, I was going to say Mochi probably looking for any opportunity such as that, perhaps to get aggressive at score. GL Harvey is in the house. Now you can see Mochi seemingly moving with a little bit more urgency here. Just even in his checker play, you could see him, at least it seemed to me that he was moving them somewhat rapidly. Okay, there we knew that this is the type of opportunity Mochi, it's too good by a coin toss, though. It's just 0-0-0. So probably a good cube in that, and I can't imagine Bakar taking this, but Mochi would be overjoyed to see him take this. But this is the kind of early opportunity Joe Rocania. This is a ZMF tap and set clock, which have become quite popular. They're very lightweight. The pause button is actually beneath the top surface. You reach in behind the clock to hit the pause button, so that leaves the top surface of the clock available for a cube, and then matches where you have a baffle box and a scoreboard and a clock. It's allows the cube to stay in the center of the board. We add a little neoprene pad to the top of the clock to keep the cube from sliding, if you will. But very popular lightweight clock. Okay, so Mochi is gotten off the snide, as it were, but a lot of work to do and not much time to do it with. Okay, nice roll by Mochi. Going to make the 2 points. Probably could come around to the 10, and he does. I thought he might make the ace and just kind of go for the gusto here. Hey. When in these open air commentary situations, it's kind of not uncommon for players to stand behind us, and can really be distracting for the commentators. Okay, so Bakar took that. Okay. Oh, look at here. Nice set of aces by Mochi. Got a decision to make how to play them, though. He can make the 2 points, but leave the 2 blots. I don't think he wants to do that, but he'll have to leave 1 blot somewhere otherwise. Okay, this is an option. Hits and leaves 3 blots, and he's that was the 3rd. Okay, so he does leave the 1 blot hitting. Okay, Bakar's in. Nice diversification play. Okay, tough play by Mochi. He's just going to have to go to the 3. Stacks his builders. Wasn't his ideal roll. 6-5 makes the 3. Set of 4s, nice number, but what's he do with it? Doesn't want to give the shot, so he's just going to do that. And again, you can see the influence of the limited time left on Mochi's clock. Okay, Mochi, you got to be careful here. Stacking again. Cable car just taking its crossovers. The car content for the moment to leave that checker on the 23 and hope Mochi may run into some difficulty bearing off. 5-2. Now, does he probably plays 6-4, I would think, but he's going to play 3-1. Makes the point. I thought he might get even on the back, but he chose not to do so. Don't roll 5s or 6s. 3-2. It's going to go to the ace, I guess. He'd like to be taking checkers off, and he does it this way. Okay, Bakar runs with 1. Oh, he's going to calculate his gammon chances were he to stay, but runs as we might have expected. Okay, Mochi clears the 6. Now Bakar will he'll hang on the 23 until he has to burn checkers if or burn pips if he doesn't clear it. Not the best. Yeah, he very well might stay 1 roll. A lot of wasted pips here, but he's going to stay. Mochi's only has 4 off. Mochi could leave a shot here. There it is. Bakar needs a 2. Doesn't get the 2. Up, he's going to take 1 more. What's Mochi got? 9 checkers. I think he can stay. Yeah. There's the other shot. Needing an ace. doesn't get the ace, but gets a 9. He's likely to beat this. Mochi's going to probably need 2 sets. Oh, okay. 4-3 Bakar. Glancing over at the other board, Akiko won that Crawford game, so she trails 1-8 to Kat Bakur with post-Crawford Cuban play. Okay, Mochi has his his rally in progress, but did he leave himself enough time to accomplish the rally? He was only down 4-0, so it wasn't a tremendous amount. There he gets a hit. Keeps the contact between the 17 and 23. Okay, nice pointing number. Now, I quite easily note, and perhaps y'all do too, that Mochi's really picked up his pace of play. Split, yeah. Makes it a little bit more difficult for Mochi to make the bar point, giving up the 8 point to do so. 6-3 slots. Set of 5s. Ace point, 3 point. There's about 50-50 to dance, but Mochi doesn't have any additional ammunition close by, so I suspect he's going to make this play. No, he goes for it, but a lot of work to do bringing around some builders. Bakar comes in, so now it's a little bit difficult for Mochi to bring these checkers around, and Bakar's going to have a decent board here in another roll or two.
Oh, wow. 201? That's great.
201.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Nice 201 viewers. Pretty good for a first match of a major tournament, and it's early hours in the States and early morning in Europe for the most part.
Who's doing transcription? Yeah, so remind them who's doing transcription again, since we have some new viewers.
We don't know his last name, do we? I know. We've got a young gentleman from Moscow named Ivan who's doing the live transcription and is apparently comes to us very highly regarded and renowned in that regard, and that's a very difficult task to accomplish. James McNaughton joining us. Hey, James.
Oh, no, it's not over, is it? Is it over?
It's over. Let Phil sit in if he wants to. Come in. Phil Simborg finished off his match in a hurry over there and joined us.
Catlin killed Akiko. She never had a chance. He played very, very well, though. It was an exciting match. So who are these guys? I never heard of Mochi.
Bakar got up 4-0, and Mochi burned about 14 minutes in those first two games.
Typical.
But now he's really having to pick up the pace of play.
I rarely see him get to the last game with more than a minute left.
Again, it's just the norm for him. I mean, the rest of us may kind of freak a little bit, but he's used to it. That's just,
He's got reasons for doing it. I'm not sure what they are, but I teach all my students to save some time because it's more important at the end, and Mochi does not play that way. I guess he's just that
here's
confident
an
in his
interesting
game.
one. Does Bakar slot or does he step up on?
I like that play.
I kind of like that play too. You don't want to give Mochi any kind of a potential advantage. Or
Yeah. You know, on the other stream, we didn't have Extreme Gammon, so now I got to watch what I say. Look at Mochi playing at 1.8.
yeah.
Wow. That's exciting no matter who you are. So we have 5 away, 6 away.
Now he would like to. He's got a pretty good. Whoa, that's a nice roll by Mochi.
Yeah.
Started to say Bakar's going to have a decent board here soon, and Mochi was going to have some trouble clearing that 13 and 14 points, but the double 3 helps.
I think you're going to see double pass almost no matter what now. You're certainly going to see a double. And I'm not sure I would take it, so that's why I'm sure I would double.
Double pass, XG analysis. Oh, big pass. And
Big pass, and he grabbed it quickly. You know, sometimes when you're playing a guy like Mochi, you overcompensate by taking too many chances. This is one of those examples.
Probably not too many gammon chances with that 21 point, though.
Well, maybe he's being rewarded for his valor.
Two, 3, and 4.
Mochi needs to
Mochi
perform.
needs right here.
Yeah, he needs to perform here. That's not performing.
That's going to hurt.
It's not quite a recube yet, though. Not at the score
Not
particularly.
at the score, but there's
There's a great roll.
Yeah, it's just going to be a play on regardless.
I'm not sure. At this score, you might want to cash. You've got to think about it.
Got to think about it. And
All right.
got one checker back there that behind a broken
The
6
aggravator.
prime. No, don't split them. Whoa, he's going for the gusto here.
He desperately wants that 2 to get out. That's the only thing bad that can happen to Bakar, is not rolling a 2 soon. And that's the reason why it could be a double, because of the fear of not rolling the 2. Oh,
Whoop. McCarr would have taken that roll.
this might be a cube. I'd like to see the XG on this one. The hit was clearly right. Mochi needs to perform.
Some duped 2s
Nope.
here, though. But
That 2 and then a 5 or a 6 to get out is the... Oh, he got it.
whoa.
Now,
What do you do with this?
I come out,
I'm coming out.
and so does XG. Hey, one time you and I were both right, Bill. This is a record.
I've went too long without rolling a 2 before, you know? Okay, so
So here, Bakar
Like,
took a cube that XG you and I would have passed, and he's going to win a gammon, and
Mochi's going to be behind the 8 ball.
oh yeah, Mochi will have about 11% chance to win the match if he
As
gets
they play
gammoned
this
here.
on out, you might have heard Arda announce a few moments ago. Second round's going to start at 3:30 local, which is 36 minutes from now, so don't stray far.
That's because they started late today. Normally, we have matches at 1, 3, and 5:30, and then another one at 9:30, which is a really nice spread. You know exactly when your match is going to be. They text you exactly which table and who your opponent is. And 15 minutes after you're late, you start penalty points. It's really incredibly well organized.
And I think to save what little voice I might have, Phil and I are going to rotate out back and forth here. So
I always enjoy working with you too, Bill. So once in a while we get to work together. You make me look so smart sometimes.
dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, this game is over.
This will be interesting. You know, Mochi's got a deep hole he's going to be in here, and Akiko lost in a deep hole. They could draw each other in the second round.
That's right. The way this works is the players that win their first match will play other players that won their first match, and the players that lost their first match will play other players that lose their first match. So it'll keep going that way. You try and match up like records. That's what Swiss is all about. This should say Crawford on the scoreboard. It does. It has a little thing there that most players don't recognize. That's your scoreboard, isn't it, Bill?
That's the Matchmaster. So you can see the AP logo is actually a longer sheet that says Crawford. So
yeah, it's a nice innovation. I wish they would use it, but I think most of us know that at this score, Mochi cannot double for one game. It's called the Crawford rule. But if Mochi wins this game, of course, he'll double from then on. Now, of course, Mochi doesn't care if he gets gammon, so he can play very aggressively here. Does it matter if he wins a gammon? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because it keeps him an even number away. So some scores it doesn't matter.
Game.
Yeah, it saves him a
Potentially.
game.
Yeah.
So Mochi should be playing what's called gammon go, trying to go for a gammon. Of course, he wants to win the game, too.
I like that term. How do you spell that? Geaux?
Are you referring to that wonderful tournament we just left in New Orleans? By the way, anybody, if you missed Bill's tournament in New Orleans, you really missed a treat. The tournament, of course, is great, but New Orleans was so much fun. I think I gained 6 pounds on that weekend, but the tournament itself was great, Bill. I hope you do it every year in New Orleans. It's on my list.
The responsibility of the winner's side to report the result of the match, so we kindly ask from winners to report to our registration desk about their win and their table number. That's all you need.
Very smart rule. The winners have to report. If they had it the other way around, they might not get a report. So winners are always happy to report. I usually do it very loudly. I won! Make the bar or play safe? Oh, that's right. Look how quickly Mochi sees these plays, and I'm looking for 3 other plays.
Well, and he's looking for plays quickly, too. Right? So,
Is his clock down that much?
124.
Uh-huh. And he hopes to have a lot more games.
Yeah, he's going to need probably at least 3, huh?
That's right. And he certainly is in good shape in this game. The races is the only question. I think you just go behind to the 3-point here. Making the 2-point strips you too much.
That leaves only 2 checkers on the 13, which clears with doublets.
So this is interesting. Everybody who's a beginner thinks Mochi's way ahead here, but this race is actually pretty close, and eventually Mochi's got to break that block that he's got on these 8, 9, and 10 points. And
Bakar's helping himself by rolling small the last 2 or 3 rolls. Now Mochi, you got to give him the 3-6.
he didn't want to break
Double
block and give him more doubles.
3-5.
I would run.
Close, but no cigar. Yeah, with the blot and the home board.
I would run.
Absolutely.
There's not a lot of hits and covers.
Ugh.
This is a terrible roll for Mochi.
Terrible roll.
He has to leave a shot.
No, he can clear the. Well, he has to leave the shot.
He has to leave a shot.
Right. Which shot he leaves is the question.
Well, I think you leave a 3 shot. That's my guess.
XG likes
Could leave a
making
4
the
shot
bar.
cover. Yeah. This is my play. Fewest
Okay.
shots. And it's XG's play. Well, let's talk about tomorrow.
Did I just see Rosie O'Donnell come in the back door there?
Let's talk about the next match.
Okay, so in all probability, Bakar will bring this home,
Yeah.
and
So
we'll have 30 minutes till the next match.
So we streamed Kiko and Mochi because they're such great players and we knew they were likely to win, right?
And they both get crushed.
They both got crushed. That's backgammon, baby. That's what we love about this game. That's why suckers like Bill Riles and Phil Simborg sometimes enter these tournaments. But I've never lost any money doing commentary, so I'm happy to be here right now.
Yeah.
And again, I said it on the other stream. You've got great camera work. You got great commentary. Thanks to Bill and Tara, the most professional team in backgammon by far in streaming, and the quality is just terrific. Looking at the players' faces, and of course, you're not seeing my face. That's the biggest negative, or are they?
That's the downside, huh?
It's the downside. On the other one, you see my face. So stay tuned. We'll have 2 more great matches. We'll be streaming 2 more matches this afternoon. Then we'll have a dinner break, and at 9:30, we'll have the last match of the day. And we'll have all kinds of other side events. I'm excited that I'm going to get to watch and attend 2 great lectures by the only 2 Super Grandmasters, Dirk Sheeman and Mochi.
Yeah, the next 2 mornings.
The next 2 mornings. No, Tuesday and Thursday. Is it next? Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday morning. I call it morning at 11:30. That's the afternoon for me. You see Mochi giving up? Absolutely not. He knows he can still technically win.
Well, it's
Nope, he can't.
slim
anymore.
and none just left.
It's
down, right?
Yeah. Congratulations to Bakar. You're in one of the biggest tournaments in the world, facing the #1 player in the world, being streamed,
Okay.
and he held his own. He
Good
did
match,
well.
gentlemen. Again, join us in 30 minutes. Same 2 channels, Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel and Ace Point.
There we are.
There's Phil and Bill. And we'll have 2 more great matches. 30 minutes.
See you back here soon.
Don't go far.
Hit the like button and give us any comments. We'll be happy to do our best. See you soon.